have to be big to be wise, or clever, being tall never mattered at all. What really counts is having large amounts of love and giving what you can. For even though you're tiny, you can still have mighty plans. You don't have to be big to be wise or wonderful. And I guess that a Minikin knows that best. I suppose that a Minikin knows that best. Oh, I know that a Minikin knows that best of all.
Our trouble had only started when Paul was lured into a pit and reduced to 8 inches in height. The Minikins insisted he abandon his luxury hotel project.
Well, that's ridiculous.
And when he refused, they sentenced him to remain 8 inches tall and to return to our home that way.
The other plant. I've got to find it and bring myself back to size.
There are thousands, more like millions of... He was shattered and asked to be alone.
Ladies, Magnus has given us permission to come.
All of you?
And look, we brought something special.
Our Minikin friends got permission to return to the land of the giants with us, and they brought Paul a gift of some clothes.
That's very thoughtful of you, Pincus.
When I went to give them to him, I found that...
He's gone. My husband is gone.
Gone? Alone in the jungle? Snag, old dog-a-bone, this is terrible. Absolutely terrible.
But, Mother, where could he be?
Do you remember him talking about an antidote plant? Something that would make him big again?
Oh, but that's truly scumbacious. He'll never find it.
Well, alone in the jungle, he'll never live long enough to find anything.
Yeah, it's full of spiders and all sorts of creatures and things.
But what can we do? There must be something.
We have to organize a search. Albie, you run back to the village and tell Magnus... No, wait. We'll use the bush drums. Yeah. Find something we can knock on wood with.
Okay. But I don't understand. What's a bush drum?
How will it help find my husband?
You'll see soon enough.
Let's start a new Pincus.
That's a good one. Let's take it to that hollow tree over there. Ha! Ha! All right. Here's the spot. You help me, Albie. You still remember your drum for that, don't you?
Sure I do.
Ready?
Hope there's not many more like that.
Magnus! A message by bush drums. It must be from Pincus.
Yes, it's from Pincus. It says, Paul Herman is lost in the jungle. Now, we must organize a search. Quick, Somnus, get the drums. We must send an answer.
No answer. Maybe they haven't heard. Send the message again.
They've just repeated the message and asked if we understood. Quick, Somnus, give the yes signal. Why, Somnus, you're even slow when you drum. Here, let me do it or we'll never communicate.
Magnus tells us they're spreading along the path to the beach and will knock on trees, like when we chase a pig into the trap. He wants us to do the same.
Good. Everybody grab a stick and knock on trees or anything. We'll walk side by side through the jungle at a distance so we can see each other. Come on.
Help me!
His voice came from there. Hurry up.
Help me!
Why, Regal, don't you know any better than to frighten poor newcomers? Hush, hush. You'd better get back to your swamp. Well, young man, what do you think you're doing here?
Boy, am I glad you came. You have no idea how many horrible animals there are in this jungle. How do you survive?
Well, we're used to them. And remember, we can hear very well, so we know exactly which sounds to avoid and get away from.
Daddy, why did you run away? We were so afraid that you'd get lost in the jungle and we'd never find you again.
I never thought you were serious about finding the antidote plant yourself.
What was that? You were trying to find a plant you'd never even seen? Even if you'd found the plant, you would have been poisoned by it, as it needs to be cooked first, and with a special potion to reduce the impact of the plant. Or how would you like to burst from growing too fast?
I'm sorry I tried, but you see, I'm afraid my partners will never accept the idea of dropping the scheme just because of your presence here. Once they find out about you, they'll be even more eager to come here themselves. So I was afraid I'd never get returned to my normal size.
Yet you'll have to do as we decided. It's our only hope. Now, I suggest you all get ready for your trip tomorrow.
Bye. We'll meet you on the beach in the morning.
All right, but make sure you're there before the boatman gets here. We don't want him to see you.
They're not back yet. I told you they're not supposed to be.
But surely he could have sent a message. I'm really getting worried. I've got a lot of money tied up in this scheme, and Paul knows it.
What can he do? There's nobody on this island. There's no telephone and certainly no telegraph station.
Well, he could have sent the boatman with a message just to say that everything was all right as planned.
Well, he probably didn't think it was necessary, nor do I. After all, even if something should happen to Paul, what have we got to lose? We'll still own the island.
I suppose you're right. I just can't stand it when I don't know what's happening with my money. The sooner that Paul stops sunning himself on those golden sands and comes back with some good news, the better.
While you were busy running away, the little people brought you a very thoughtful gift.
Well, that was nice of them. What is it?
A new suit of clothes.
That's ridiculous, Anna. I can't be seen wearing those. They're right out of the 16th century.
Well, I think it's cute. I've always thought of you as an adventurous pioneer, settler of the New World.
Well, that's not funny. I just won't wear them, and that's final.
Well, it's better than spending your life in that silly nightshirt.
Well,
Beggars can't be choosers. Come on, try it on, see if it fits.
Well, it seems that we can trust the two women, but the man I'm not so sure about. As long as he needs you, certainly he'll do everything he can, but after that...
But don't worry, Magnus. I think you're too pessimistic. Paul seems well-meaning enough, and I'm sure when he's had enough experience in what it means to be little, he'll see things our way.
Well, let's hope so. And Dido, please try to contain your enthusiasm. Remember, you're not traveling to see the world, but to help us.
Sure, Magnus. And don't you worry. You know I never do anything without fully considering it first. I'm very reliable, you know.
Albie, they're going to rely on you a lot because of your second sense for dangerous situations. But remember, the giants are not used to that, and they'll easily think that you're just scared. Keep your premonitions to yourself until you're absolutely sure. Most of all, don't tell any of the other giants where you come from, or anything that they don't know already. Even though the Hermans are our friends, if the others learn about us, we will never live in peace again.
It's ready, Magnus.
Now for the final thing. We have prepared 1 jug of the red berry juice. This you will use if you ever find it to be to your advantage to reduce someone else to your size. But be very careful. Use it sparingly and only if you must. It's all you'll have. And remember, 1 cup has the same effect as a whole jug.
We'll remember all that, Magnus, but how will we take it with us?
I never thought of that. Let's take it to the giants tomorrow morning. Possibly they'll have a suggestion. Yeah. Now, let's all get to sleep. It's going to be a long day tomorrow.
Oh, if you asked me, people here should travel more often.
Oh, Dad, it's absolutely adorable.
You look like the perfect little gentleman.
Well, I feel like the perfect little fool.
Hello, the tent.
Oh, come on in. Oh. Well, good morning. And don't you look adorable? What delightful little outfits. Mother, Daddy, come take a look at them.
Here we are, ready to go.
We're dressed in our Sunday go-to-meeting clothes. We wanted to make a good impression on the giants where you live.
Do you think we'd be warm enough?
I think you look just wonderful. And I'm sure those outfits will be warm enough. And if they're not, we'll make you some things when we get home. As I will for you, dear.
1 favor, madam. We have brought along a large jug of the red berry juice, just in case my brethren may need it. Do you have means to transport it?
Of course. I have just the place for it in my bag. It'll be no trouble at all. So this is it. Looks quite harmless, doesn't it?
Yes, but it's very potent. Any living thing drinking only a few drops will be reduced to 1/10 of the normal size.
Oh, dear. How quickly does it happen?
Quite rapidly. About 5 to 10 minutes after one has taken it.
And you don't feel anything?
I don't think so. You'll probably just fall unconscious for a short while. You might ask your father.
I don't know. I was already unconscious, fortunately.
Well, sir, I am sorry circumstances have turned out this way.
Not half as much as I am.
As for you 3, embarking on this great adventure, I don't have to impress upon you anymore the need for decorum and good behavior at all times. Particularly from you, Dido.
Yes, Magnus.
After all, you are the representatives of the proud people of Bilbo.
The boat. It's coming. Yeah! Oh, where are we going?
Land of the giants, here we come.
Bye. Bye. Bye, then.
Take care.
Good luck to you.
Now listen, you 4. I won't close the bag so you can catch enough air. But remember, you must not be seen. So no matter what happens, stay down. You too, Paul.
Goodbye.
Bye. Bye, then.
Take
Bye.
care.
Good luck to you. Bye.
Didn't your husband want to come, too?
He changed his mind. I'll make other arrangements for him later, thank you.
Please yourself.
Keep down. Dido, come back here.
Dido, come back!
Everything okay back there?
Look at those clouds. Do you think it'll storm?
No, I don't think it'll storm, but I guess the rain we had in the mainland is moving this way.
I wonder when we'll see them all again.
Oh, am I glad to be out of there.
Stifling!
And I'm still soaking.
Well, don't worry. You'll soon dry. Come on.
You're lucky you didn't drown.
Did you say something, ma'am?
Me? No, certainly not.
Oh. I thought I heard something.
You're going fast. It's lovely.
Keep out of sight of the boatman, please.
We'll keep her in order.
How are you feeling, Daddy?
I think I'm a bit seasick.
You'll soon get over it.
Everything looks so enormous. The boat, you, even a piece of rope is absolutely massive.
Well, let's hope you don't have to stay that size too long.
All it takes is a miracle.
Sure, it'll be difficult, but we'll find a way.
I think we better go back.
Yeah.
Come on, Tito.
You'll have to keep quiet, Tito.
Tito.
But I never realized the sea was so big.
What's that sort of gray mass on the horizon?
That's land, Pincus. The mainland. And from there we'll get on a flying machine that'll take us all the way back to our home.
A flying machine?
Do we sit on the outside?
No, of course not. It's got a long cabin for passengers to ride in, with big wings on either side carrying the engines.
Engines?
They're machines that drive the plane. You'll see.
Exciting, isn't it?
We're getting close to land. You'd better get back out of sight.
We're coming into port now, and it's starting to rain, so you'd better put these on. You can wait inside if you like.
How much would that be?
$25, please.
Tito, don't fall in the water. Tito! That was close, Trudy. You've got to watch your bags more closely.
I know. I was just talking to Dad. He asked me to remind you to send a telegram to Dick Foster.
That's right. What'll I tell him?
I'll come with you.
Me too.
Me too.
And me.
No, you stay put. I can't handle all of you. Trudy, make sure that they don't get in trouble again.
Yes, Mother.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
Please stay down. Don't you realize the trouble you'll be in if you're seen?
Yes, Miss Trudy.
Look at all this, Albie. Hey, Albie, you should try this.
Dino! Will you be careful?
Mom, over here.
Dino! Trudy! Dino! Trudy, you gotta do something or we may never see her again.
Dino! Dino! Mom, come here, hurry!
Help! Somebody help me!
Oh, dear God, no!
Help! Help me! Help! Help! Somebody help me!
Jump, Dino! Jump! Now!
No, I can't. It's too high.
But you have to! Look, I'll count down. 3, 2, 1, jump!
Gee, that was exciting.
You could have broken your neck that way. Or the boat could have taken you away and you would have never made it back to Bilbo. Don't you ever run away again.
But I just wanted to get Albie some...
Don't you ever run away again. Is it clear?
Yes, Miss Trudy.
Bravo, Miss Trudy. That was magnificent.
Thank you, Pincus. I just hope I won't have to do it again. Now you see what can happen if you don't stay put. Do you promise me never to leave your bags again unless we tell you to?
Yes, Mrs. Herman.
Yes, Mrs. Herman.
Yes, Miss Herman.
You too, Paul.
Yes, Mrs. Herman.
This is Catherine Balk. I hope you can join us next time when Trudy, the Minikins, and I finally catch a plane to our home. And I make a terrible mistake. It's funny.
Mom, you've taken the red berry juice.